Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, life keeps throwing challenges your way? Perhaps you've experienced stress that refuses to leave, relationships that seem impossible to heal, constant overthinking, or a feeling that something deep inside you needs to change. A few years ago, I found myself in exactly that place. On the outside, life looked normal. I was working, managing responsibilities, and doing everything I was supposed to do. But internally, I carried invisible burdens, old hurts, self doubt, anxiety about the future, and regrets from the past. Then I discovered an ancient Hawaiian healing practice called Ho'oponopono. At first, I was skeptical. Could repeating just four simple phrases really make a difference? Yet something inside me whispered, try it. I made a promise to myself to practice Ho'oponopono consistently for 30 days. I wasn't expecting miracles. But what happened surprised me. Today, I want to share that journey with you, not as proof that life suddenly becomes perfect, but as an invitation to explore a practice that helped me cultivate greater peace, compassion, and emotional freedom. If you're ready, let's begin. What is Ho'oponopono? Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian practice of reconciliation, forgiveness, and emotional healing. The word itself means to make things right or to correct an error. Its modern form became widely known through the teachings of Morna Simeona and later popularized by Dr. Ihlekala Yule. The central idea is simple yet profound. What we experience externally is deeply connected to the memories, beliefs, emotions, and patterns we carry internally. Rather than focusing first on changing other people or external circumstances, Ho'oponopono invites us to begin by healing ourselves. The practice revolves around four phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. These aren't about accepting blame for everything that happens. Instead, they can be understood as a gentle process of acknowledging pain, opening to forgiveness, expressing gratitude, and choosing love. Why I started the 30-day practice. Before beginning, I felt mentally exhausted. My mind replayed old conversations. I worried about situations beyond my control. I judged myself for mistakes. I held on to resentment longer than I wanted. One day, I realized something important. The biggest battle wasn't outside me. It was inside my own mind. So I committed to a simple experiment. For 30 days, I would repeat the four phrases every day. Whether I felt inspired or not. Whether life was easy or difficult. Just 20 minutes each morning and a few minutes before sleep. Week 1, meeting my inner noise. The first week wasn't peaceful. In fact, it felt uncomfortable. As I repeated the phrases, thoughts appeared everywhere. Old memories, embarrassing moments, past disappointments, people I hadn't thought about in years. Initially, I believed I was doing something wrong. Then I realized something powerful. The practice wasn't creating negativity. It was revealing what had already been living inside me. Like cleaning a room, you often notice the dust before everything becomes tidy. Instead of fighting my thoughts, I gently repeated, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Again. And again. And again. Week 2, forgiving myself. During the second week, I discovered that the person I struggled to forgive the most was myself. I replayed mistakes. I criticized my decisions. I wondered if I had wasted opportunities. But every day, Ho'oponopono reminded me that healing begins with compassion. I began looking into the mirror each morning. not to judge myself, but simply to repeat the four phrases. At first, it felt awkward. Soon it became comforting. I realized that self love isn't arrogance, it's allowing yourself to be human. Week 3, relationships began to shift. One of the biggest surprises came during the third week. I hadn't asked anyone to change. I hadn't confronted people. Yet conversations became calmer. Misunderstandings reduced. I listened more patiently. I reacted less impulsively. The interesting part wasn't that everyone around me suddenly transformed. It was that I responded differently. When our inner state changes, our interactions often change too. That doesn't guarantee every relationship will be repaired, but it can create more space for understanding and healthier choices. Week 4, a new kind of peace. By the final week, something subtle had changed. Problems still existed. Deadlines still arrived. Unexpected challenges still happened. But my emotional reactions became softer. Instead of immediately becoming overwhelmed, I paused. I breathed. I repeated the phrases. I noticed that peace isn't the absence of problems. It's learning not to let every problem take away your peace. The unexpected lessons. The biggest lesson wasn't about manifesting money. It wasn't about magically fixing every relationship. It wasn't about becoming perfect. It was about releasing the emotional weight I had carried for years. I learned that forgiveness is more about freeing your own heart than changing someone else's. Gratitude can coexist with challenges. Love can begin with yourself. Healing happens one moment at a time. My daily routine. Many people ask exactly how I practiced. Here's the simple routine I followed. Every morning, I sat quietly, closed my eyes, took several slow breaths, repeated the four phrases for about 20 minutes. When thoughts appeared, I didn't resist them. I simply returned to the phrases. Throughout the day, whenever stress appeared, I silently repeated, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Before sleeping, I mentally thanked every person I had interacted with, even the difficult ones. Then I repeated the phrases until I drifted into sleep. What changed after 30 days? I wasn't transformed into a different person overnight. But I noticed meaningful shifts. I worried less. I smiled more. I slept better. I became kinder to myself. I reacted with greater patience. I felt lighter emotionally. Most importantly, I stopped expecting happiness to come only after everything in life became perfect. Instead, I began discovering moments of peace in the middle of ordinary days. What Ho'oponopono is and isn't. It's important to approach Ho'oponopono with realistic expectations. It is not a magic spell. It does not guarantee instant wealth, perfect health, or immediate solutions. Rather, many people experience it as a contemplative practice that encourages forgiveness, gratitude, emotional awareness, and self compassion. These qualities can influence how we think, relate to others, and navigate life's challenges. If you're facing significant mental health concerns, Ho'oponopono can be a complementary spiritual practice, but it should not replace professional medical or psychological care. A simple guided practice. Let's practice together for a few moments. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Take a slow, deep breath. Imagine someone you've been struggling to forgive. Or perhaps imagine yourself. Now silently repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Again. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Allow the words to settle gently. Don't force any emotion. Simply stay present. Notice your breath. Notice your heart. Notice the quiet. Your 30-day challenge. If this practice resonates with you, I invite you to begin your own 30-day journey. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need special equipment. Just a few quiet minutes each day and an open heart. Keep a journal. Write one sentence every evening. How did you feel today? What changed? What became easier? Over time, those small reflections may reveal meaningful growth. Sometimes the greatest transformation doesn't come from changing the world around us. It begins by changing the conversations we have within ourselves. Ho'oponopono reminded me that healing is not always dramatic. Often, it is quiet, gentle, patient. One forgiving thought, one grateful breath, one loving moment at a time. If you're carrying emotional pain, stress, resentment, or simply a desire to feel more peaceful, consider giving yourself these next 30 days. Not because perfection is guaranteed, but because you deserve the opportunity to meet yourself with kindness. Thank you for spending these moments with me. If this message touched your heart, please like this video, subscribe to Elevate with Agnes, and share it with someone who could use a little more peace today. Until next time, remember, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe this channel. May peace begin within you, and may that peace gently ripple out into the world.